All right, now we're recording. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. It's so good to see you again.
I know. I was like, oh, yeah, I'm so excited.
Thank you so much for coming on the podcast. I appreciate it.
Of
I was
course.
excited to see you show up, to see you sign up. I was like, yes, because I'm
Yes.
reading one of your books.
Yay. I hope you're liking it so far.
So far, so good.
Good.
I love a good. I was like, ooh. I just put it on my nightstand, so I'm just in the beginning of it, but
I got you.
I'm in the book now. I'm like, yes. But I'm
Yes.
also in the process of moving. So,
Yeah. So that definitely overrides for sure. That takes over everything.
yeah. But I love it so far. And
Good.
normally it's the first couple of chapters they get me. Because if it
Mm-hmm.
starts off too slow, then I'm just like, I can't go on.
I feel you.
But you do have an awesome, awesome voice in your writing.
Oh, thank you. I try. Really try to embody the characters. I think or while I'm writing. So I think that is, a key to making people connect.
Yeah. You are really good though, because you have the little characters that you have when you have your display and everything. When I saw your display at Blip when we had our last open mic, I was like, wow, she knows way more than me. I need to just absorb.
Oh, I mean, it just, you, at this point, I guess, yeah, years of just trying to really connect people to my books and finding like little ways that, maybe they wouldn't pick it up necessarily, but then I have this little thing and it kind of draws people in, and then they're like, oh, okay, actually, yeah, I would enjoy this, because people, judge books and don't necessarily know, until they get into it. And I think that, finding little bitty ways to kind of, I guess it's branding, um,
Yeah.
find unique ways of pulling people in is the way to go.
Well, you do a great job. I saw the little characters and I was just like, you know what? Let me go grab a book. I can't leave here until I get one. And then I bought two. I was like, let me get two. I mean, it's a two-parter right now. I can't not read the follow-up.
Right, exactly. I can't help
So,
it. I write series, so because I just can't often finish, make the characters finish. They have more to say. So
that's awesome. Do you all your book series?
yeah, so I have three different series. By Moonlight series, the Dead Man's Hand series, and then Dolce Obscurita series.
Oh
So
wow.
yeah, but only one
I
of them is finished. So
okay. I tried to write a series, so I'm envious, but I get writer's block terribly in the middle of writing.
oh, I understand. Oh, that's part of the reason I always have more than one project, because when I get to like a slum with one series or book, then I can just pop over to the other one and keep writing on that. And then when I get to a slum on that one, I have another thing to go. I just try and keep going as much as I
Yeah.
can.
I feel like I'm a baby author when I'm talking to you guys. Even though I've been writing a long time, I'm like, I'm a baby in this.
Oh, no, no. Hey, everybody has their own pace. If there's anything I have learned from being an author and meeting other authors, and then now I work for a publisher, an indie publisher.
Oh,
So
cool.
I talk to authors all day long. And if there's anything I've learned is everybody has their own pace and there is no right or wrong way. And, you know, so there's no judgment on any way people get their writing done, because, yeah, everyone's got their own way of doing it. So, and
Oh,
then you
cool.
get these wonderful stories. So,
Definitely. So you work for an indie author publisher? I didn't know
mhm.
that.
Yeah, so my publisher is called Four Horsemen Publications. It's a
Okay.
indie author or indie publisher, run owned, operated by women. Um, and I know. And
That's
we
amazing.
we have about 100 authors right now. Obviously hundreds of books under it, and we've been going since 2020. So we're
Okay.
6 years old. And yeah, it's really amazing. We're trying to get out there. It's Four Horsemen because we're trying to bring about the publishing apocalypse and kind of tear down traditional publishing, um, the bad things about it.
Yeah,
Like obviously we want to support authors and make it easier for them to get their books out there, because it's so hard with self-publishing.
yeah, it
um, but
is.
but we don't want to like do all of the negative things that come with the traditional publishing stuff, like forcing people to completely change their books to be able to publish it or anything like that. So yeah.
Completely understand. I did have one traditional publisher interested in me, and the way they just were like, how about we change this character, change this entire chapter to do this instead? I was just like, now it's no longer my book.
Exactly. No, like we don't want to take away the voice of the author because it's their vision and their story. So, you know, we,
Yeah. I'm
yeah, yeah,
currently unwriting everything they had me write into that book because I really love that book. And then they had added all this stuff. And then they had
no,
their editor, and their editor added stuff. And I was like, you know what? I'm no longer interested. And I kind of
hmm
pulled my book back. And now I'm just like going back through and completely rewriting it. So that is so cool.
yeah. We closed submissions for new authors for a little while because there was you know,
And the
a,
author is big.
yeah. But now, but we're thinking about reopening it. So I will let you know as soon as we reopen
Ooh,
if you want to try and join our lovely team of wonderful indie authors.
that would be awesome.
Yeah.
I love that. So, how do you handle situations like I have the weirdest habits when I have writer's block? Sometimes it's just completely walk away. Other times it's do the most random stuff like I'm going to go to 6 festivals and then get a cabin or like a hotel room somewhere strange to write.
Ugh, I wish I could do that. Yeah, because sometimes you just got to get away.
Yeah.
And I've been feeling that a lot lately. Like, I wish I could take a week-long break from my entire life and just go write a whole bunch of stuff. Um, for me, it's usually, yeah, I'll let myself have a little bit of a break, like a day or two. Um, but if I go too long without writing, then I will find it really difficult to get back into it. So I have to kind of force myself to do it. I usually, when I get back to whatever project it was that I was on writers or blocked from writing,
Yeah.
I'll have to, it's a weird, like compulsive thing. I have to reread everything first and then start writing again. It's very strange, but I can't just like go right back in. I have to remind myself where I was in my mindset. So, yeah.
You are not alone. I do the same thing.
Okay, good.
I was like, that is not unusual because I forget. I'm just like, wait.
Yeah, what was I doing here? What was I thinking? Got to put myself back. So, good to know because sometimes when I'm doing it and I'm rereading stuff, I'm like, I am a crazy person for doing this. I must be. And then I'm like, no, 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 it's fine.
No,
It's
you're
the
not.
process. Got to do
You
it.
got to get your brain back into the story.
Exactly.
So no, you're not a crazy person for that. Luckily, I'm a teacher, so during the summer, if I go back home to my family cuz my family's from Chicagoland area, that's
Yeah.
when I get my week break or
Oh,
I try to make
nice.
myself separate, but normally I get writer's block and it's terrible. And I try to put myself on the schedule where I'm like, I'm going to publish a new book every 3 months because some people are able to do that.
Yeah, they have a
I
lot more free time.
cannot. That is so hard.
Well, because we're both moms too. It's not just,
Yeah.
it's not just us. We've got other people who, need our time and attention. So putting yourself on a schedule is so hard. Like I try that myself. And there are just some days I can't do any writing because I'm either too tired or whatever. And I have to let myself be okay with that, you know? So,
Yeah, that's kind
yeah.
of the journey of an indie author. But I was trying
Yeah.
to I was raised to think of it as a hobby. It's something you do on the side of a career. So now I'm trying to make it my career, and I built my business around it being my career. And now it's kind of like a hard switch. My brain's just like, no, you do this in your free time. And I'm like, no, I want to
I
change it.
know.
This is my career. This is the path I want to choose.
Exactly. Yes. Yes. I totally, yes. I started working for my publisher to give myself more time to write, and I do like I do with every job I have, which is I really give myself over to it and like try and do as much as I can for that company, which is like good. Like I've obviously have
Yeah.
good work ethic, but at the same time, it things like this where I'm like, well, I should just give myself time. I mean, my own boss wants me to write. So like I should be making sure I have time for that. And then there are days where I just don't don't give myself the time. So you're right in the way of thinking like I should be like, this is what I want my whole job to be. Why am I not prioritizing that? So I'm gonna take your advice on that one.
Yeah, I'm trying to change my mindset. I'm really working on it. But I think relocating has helped my writing.
Good.
Only
Good, good.
because I was a little bit more controlled back home with how I wrote, a little bit safer, a little bit,
Mhm.
you know, I'm a Christian girl. I shouldn't go that far safe. And
Yeah.
here I'm like not as safe, and I'm writing things I would have never wrote before. And I'm just like, this book is a little revealing. So then I put it down. Like, I feel like I'm naked when people read my books because it's like it exposes a part of me that I don't
Mm,
naturally talk about.
yeah.
And it's hard to explain to people when I say, when you're reading it, you're actually also getting a piece of me in that book.
I mean, that's true. I mean, the thing is because it's all your own thoughts and things that are going through your head. Even if it's not a character's decision, isn't something that you would do it in real
Yeah.
life, it's still a thought that was in your head and it's something that you, yeah, have thought. So it is very exposing, but it's like, but what is art if not exposing? We're
Yeah.
artists. We don't maybe use a brush or sculpt, but we are, you know, you creating art with words.
Yeah.
And
I think a lot of
so,
people forget
yeah,
that authors are artists.
yeah, exactly. I mean, like, because we are creating something. We are creating whole worlds in our heads.
Because
So
I had
cool.
a couple of people that were like, can't you just change this character in like other people's books? Like, I've seen people like where they talk about Harry Potter and they're like, well, that character is insignificant. They could have just changed it. And in my mind, I was insulted. I was like, no, you
Yeah.
can't. You can't just go in her book and change it.
Nope. Nope. That character is
Like,
that character, flaws and
for a
all. It's just,
reason.
yeah. Yeah.
And they're like,
What?
well, this character doesn't have a strong presence. I'm like, I don't think they understand that every character, all the way down to that minute character, is
Mm-hmm.
somebody that I created and knew and visualized. And you're telling me to basically like get a Picasso and erase part of the Picasso. And it's,
Exactly. No. Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, even the little bitty side characters. I know stuff about them that might never end up making it into the books, but it's part of who that character is fundamentally. So I can't just change something like that. They have to be there.
yes.
So,
And they have to be there as I created them. You can't just go in and go, nah, they can just do this. And then I
exactly.
always tell people, you can't write for everybody. Like, I've
Mm-mm.
tried to write in a man's voice instead of a woman's voice. And that book is still on page one because I cannot write in a man's voice.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, no, you can't write for everyone. You try if you're writing a character that you don't have experience with them culturally,
Yeah.
I understand like a side character or something. I understand wanting to have that diversity in your world and I try to do that myself, but definitely worthwhile like interviewing people in that culture to find out, their point of view to be
Yeah.
able to write that character authentically and sensitively. So,
Yes.
but it's just like I couldn't write in a man's voice. I'm not a man.
Yeah. And I
So,
tried. I was
yeah.
like, I'm like, I'm going to write this, but I'm going to write it on the male's perspective. And my brain was like, you can't do that. You can't create the character's thoughts properly.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Sorry.
Oh, what you sipping on?
I just have water in this,
Oh.
my gigantic cup. And then I also, because I am a drink goblin, have an iced coffee here. So,
Oh.
yes.
Panda. It was my impromptu lunch.
Yum.
So
I
I'm
love,
addicted to sweet tea. So I have a
oh,
Panda sweet tea. It was sitting on the back of that baseboard back there, and I moved it because I felt it would be weird to just have it behind me and me like run for it. But
I get
I'm
you.
also in an odd place where I can't really sit down a cup, so I don't have many flat spaces.
Oh, I gotcha.
So it's just me having to reach in odd directions to get to this cup. But
Hey,
I don't drink
I
pop,
understand.
so
I understand. Now, I don't really drink soda either. It's kind of a rare treat. It's coffee or water for me, well, and tea. So those are the three things. But you can pretty much always catch me with a coffee. That's,
uh, I like coffee in the morning, but like during the day, I drink a ton of tea.
yeah. I've been trying to drink more tea during the day, especially because I get kind of anxious at night and can't fall asleep. Because my
Uh,
brain keeps doing things like creating stories and then I can't fall asleep. So,
you know what's
been
weird?
trying to
Coffee
figure
does
out ways to
figure out
make
how to
sure I
just
can
stop
fall
that.
asleep a little easier. But oh, did I lose you?
Yeah, it froze for a second.
I
I'm
hope
like, wait,
not.
I think she's still talking.
Oh, there you are. I was
Yeah.
like, you froze for a second. I was like, oh no, did I lose you?
No, it's doing that. I really think that in the future, I probably need to save all these links to Chrome and do it on Chrome because I think Internet Explorer is just like not vibing well with Riverside.
Yeah, I don't know. They get weird, like certain things like that get weird with different browsers. So like I have a Mac and I can't do some things on Safari. I have to do it
Yeah.
on Chrome. So that's part of the reason I just use Chrome for everything because everything likes Chrome for some reason.
Yeah, that's definitely true. I'm like, wait, she's talking and I can't hear her anymore. So, yeah. Uh, so,
Yeah.
when I'm writing, I need to eat at the same time. And I don't know
Mm.
why that's a thing. And I'm normally sitting on the floor eating. Like, that's why ramen is there because ramen is one of the main things I'll go for when I'm
Yeah.
writing with a hot cup of tea. And I have tons of tea. If I were to just look at my cabinet of tea, I remember at one point when I was living back home, my parents were like, "Don't buy anymore. You have enough tea. Drink the
There's
ones you
never
got."
enough.
And I'm
No,
like,
no,
"But
you
it's
need
a
the
new
variety.
flavor."
Yeah, you need the variety. What if
I
you're
was like,
feeling this way this day? I
"Yes."
get it.
So I'm an addict.
I get it. I am mostly I always have water with me, and if I am snacking on something, it's going to be like cheese and crackers.
Cheese
Just
and
like something
crackers.
really like easy finger food so I can just like eat it real quick and then keep going. That's
Oh
usually
wow,
when I'm writing. But I also
that's so
love
much
cheese.
simpler.
Yeah, I mean, I just try to make it as simple as possible. I am a huge overthinker, so um I will make things more complicated than they need to be for myself and then end
Yeah.
up like sabotaging myself. So I learned that very quickly. So like, no, no, we're just gonna stick with these easy things and we're gonna keep going, plugging away. So
That makes sense. I'm an
yeah.
overthinker as well. I get it.
I think it might be a writer trait, honestly, the overthinking. I mean, we kind of
Yeah.
have to write what we write. So,
Yeah, especially, well, I normally write paranormal fantasy, so I'm normally way out there. But I always tell people I don't do vampires and werewolves. I do demons and angels. So you're going to get the other side. I'm sorry.
no, yeah.
But I'll throw in fairies and sirens as well.
There we go. I've got I got all that stuff plus werewolves and vampires in mine, so I feel ya.
Yeah. I
So,
wanted to write I wanted to write werewolves so bad, and then I realized that's just not me. But when I was writing
yeah,
fairies and sirens, it came so naturally. I was like, just write what you write.
exactly. There's literally no need to push it. Like I never I know that people love, these various tropes. But
Yeah.
if it's going to be something that's difficult for you to make a story out of, write what you are making the best story. Like,
Yeah. I was
you'll
like,
find your audience.
I just like to read them now. I'm like, I'll read them and then I'll stay over here on this strange side.
Yes.
No,
You should like to read your own stuff,
yeah,
especially since, you end up reading it over and over and over
over
again.
and over and over. I don't think people realize how many times you have to reread your own book when writing it. Like
Mm-hmm.
if someone were to look at like the book I'm working on now, they would see like post-its everywhere, writing all in the margins, and they wouldn't even know. I've reread this like 50 times.
Yeah, exactly. You have to, because, something happens down here, then you're like, ooh, I could foreshadow. So then you got to go read back through and
Yes.
find the spot where you can foreshadow. Yeah. Yeah.
Especially when you're rewriting a book that you already wrote and finished, and then you went
Yes.
back and read it and went, no. And then you just started rereading through it all over again and changing. And then you got to remember you made that change back there. So now you got
Right?
to go in the front and be like, now make that change up there,
Exactly.
or else this story
Exactly.
won't make sense.
So the second book in my Dead Man's Hand series is called Killers Never Die. And I wrote that book was such a bizarre thing for me to write, because I
Oh,
wrote
wow.
chunks and then I rearranged them over and over and over again to try to make them fit, because there was multiple storylines happening at the same time. So I was
Makes
trying to
sense.
make them match up
Connect.
better, so that it flowed better. And it was I reread that thing so many times and moved stuff nope, this one needs to go here. And that's how I visualized it too. Okay, we're just moving the blocks of text
I should
around
probably
like this.
visualize it like that too. Well, I succeeded and wrote a book completely out of poetry because poetry was my start to writing. So I told a story using nothing but poems. Now,
Oh,
it
I
was
love
what I
that.
call one of my safe books because it was in my I'm a Christian girl, I should stay here era. But it was actually very hard to write. And it was supposed to be a book of four, and I still have writer's block on the other three, and it's been years. And I'm
Well,
like, that is so hard.
it's hard, but it's always there for the
Yes.
someday. You'll feel it someday. That's something one of the authors is asking, generally a lot of the other authors from Four Horsemen, the question of do you keep all of your little starts and scenes, or just little things that you've written? I'm like, yes,
Yes.
I keep everything,
If
because
I
you
was,
never know.
yeah,
You go back and you reread it, and that might be the
exactly.
inspiration for something huge. So
Don't
keep
throw
everything.
anything away when you're a
Exactly.
writer. I have a cork board that I would normally have if I was sitting at my desk, and it just has stuff stuck to it of writings that I did that I scratched or removed.
Yeah.
I feel like throwing it away and then you get back to it later and you're like, wait, I rewrote something and I think it'll fit perfect, and you threw it away would just really frustrate me.
Yes. And then you can't, it's not quite right. Not what it was
Yes.
originally. Yeah. So I am fully in someday, whatever little bits you have or whatever little ideas, nuggets, keep it. It'll become
It's
something
gonna come
someday.
back.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So
I love
yeah.
it. Yeah. Do you
So
have so you said you sit on the floor to write,
yeah.
right? Do you have certain pillows or a certain setup or anything?
It's more randomness. It's more like I want to be as comfortable as possible, but I know if I sit in my bed, I'm going to lay down in the middle of the writing
Mm-hmm.
process, sorry.
No, you're
And
good.
I'm trying to make it purposeful. I'm trying to make it tell myself, you're doing this and you're going to do it for this amount of time, and you're going to go through this book and you're going to finish this much because this is your job now and you have to finish it.
Yeah.
But not as rigid as I was when I first started in January. I took off the limits of every 3 months you better have something published, and now I'm just like, calm down. No, you don't.
It's okay. We don't have to go that hard. Life happens. No, yeah. But yeah, setting, I have a chair that I like to
Oh.
write in. And right now, I think part of my problem is my cat my chair had to be moved because we were doing a little bit of renovating in our bathroom, a forced renovation. So not a good situation.
Oh.
But there was, plumbing problem. So,
Makes
but yeah,
sense.
I had to move my chair, and then my cat took the chair over.
Oh.
And so not only is my chair not in its normal spot, but also my cat.
The cat has claimed it.
Correct. So then now I'm like, I need my chair to write things. I have to sit there and write. It's my chair. So
Yeah.
I'll
I've
get it
learned
back
once a
someday.
cat claims it,
Yes, seriously. It's like,
it's
so I'm going
almost
to have to try and
impossible.
I'm going to have to try and like say, here's another chair. Please take this chair. Please. We'll see.
It's
We'll
like,
see what happens. She's old too, so she's very stuck in her
oh,
way.
yeah.
So
It must be very comfortable then. She's like, no, I found my spot.
yeah, she's like,
This
this
is
is
for
the
me.
chair. I'm like, but I know, but I know. It's my chair that I write in. No.
That's why I like it.
Give it back. But yeah, so oh, cats. I have 3 cats, so and
Oh,
a dog.
wow.
I know.
Oh,
too,
full house.
too many animals. Yeah, including my kids and my husband. Yeah, we're packed in here, I'd say. So all the
We
creatures.
had a cat for a little while, but my daughter was a little too rough when she was small. She was used to the dog, and we had a German
Mm-hmm.
Shepherd back home, and she could climb on top of it. You can't do these things to a cat.
No.
And she would just do the most angsty little girl things. Like she'll have it in the toy kitchen. She'll put it in the refrigerator of the fake kitchen.
Oh,
And
yeah.
and I'm like, the cat doesn't like that. Can you please release her from the? She's like, but no, she's in the helping me reorganize. No. She's actually would like to leave that
Yeah.
spot.
She
And
wants to escape.
with a dog, he'll sit there with her and let her talk to him and do the play food, and he'll take the little play thing and he probably chew it, but he'll take
Yeah.
it.
Right.
Cats are not doing that. I'm like, I
No.
think my little one, you might be a dog person and you're gonna harm this cat. So I went ahead and rehomed it. I was
Yeah,
like,
it
maybe
makes
when you're a
sense.
little older. Because I think right now at this point, you're so used to a German Shepherd that a little cat is just not going to work right now.
I totally get it. Yeah. My youngest, I mean, the dog is her dog, like sleeps in her bed
Aw.
every night, but she's good with cats too because we've had them for her whole life.
Yeah.
So, she's an animal person, but I think she leans more towards the dog side of things. Whereas I feel like the rest of us in this house are actually cat people. So, I mean, I obviously love my dog. I love her so
Yeah.
much. And but yeah, I think I'm more of I'll sit and have a cat on my lap and be happy, kind of person. So,
I didn't really grow up with pets until I was a teenager. Then we moved in with somebody my stepfather, and he has dogs.
okay.
And I got used to dogs. So cats were like, that was like an experiment for both of us. I didn't necessarily mind the cat, but yeah, I was like, she's being too rough. She's going to hurt this cat. And I
Yeah.
would not forgive myself if this cat got hurt. She's going to
Yeah.
lock it, and I'm not going to check there fast enough, and this cat's going to get injured, and she's not trying to hurt it. And then that's going to be on her conscience. So I was like, no.
No.
Let's just rehome her someplace safe where she can have someone that can handle her, and we'll give her some years. And she was only 6 years old. So it's not
Oh,
like
I
this
mean,
was like a big girl. She was just doing what she does with her pets.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. No. I get it. Little kids don't understand, and especially if they have experience with other kinds of animals, it
Yeah.
totally makes sense. And as long as you rehomed and the cat is, has a family
Yeah.
that loves and takes care of it, then that's all that matters.
She's at a nice home right now. It's like, that's good. And she was a well-minded cat. She just doesn't like other cats.
Yeah, that does happen.
She likes people and could not stand other cats, so you couldn't have multiple cats in the home with her.
Yep.
And
I
was
have
like,
definitely met cats that way. Be like, well, I would take, like people are like, I just can't take care of my cat anymore, but they don't like any other cats. I'm like, well, I can't help you out because we have other cats here.
We have other cats.
I'm sorry.
So I would think I would get rid of it for that reason. I'm like, I was fine with her only liking one cat. It was just I was afraid she was gonna get hurt, and it was
Yeah.
just a lot on me.
Yeah. No, I
And I was
get
just
you.
like, but if it was just like she didn't like other cats, I just wouldn't get another cat. That's fine.
Yeah,
She
exactly.
could live her little happy life.
Yes. You
I
know,
was like, why?
have her humans taking care of her, and that's all she needs. You
Yep,
know?
that's it. Kind of like me. I don't like a lot of people either, so I get her. We made sense.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah. I like people mostly.
Yeah,
I
I
feel like
like
when I
being
have
around people, but to recharge, I can't have a bunch of people in my space.
exactly. We're introverts, and I feel like
Yes,
most writers are where they don't get energized by being around people. Like I don't mind being around people and I like having interactions, but I need that recharge time all by myself,
definitely.
you
Like,
know.
just please give me a minute. I even have to tell my daughter, mom needs 30 minutes to just sit in this room by herself. And she just looks at me like, why would you need that?
I know. Like what are you talking about? I think we have everyone in my house is an introvert, but we definitely, have friends and family that are
Yeah.
extroverts. And it's just like, they're like, what do you do? What do you mean your whole family needs to like come home and recharge? I'm like, we all like separate. We come home and we all like go
Yeah.
to our
Go
own
to our own
spots.
space.
And we're just like, that's just how
I
we
was like,
are.
I give birth to, I'm like, I gave birth to an extrovert and I don't know what to do with her. I was like, we are not the same. She recharges by being in my presence. That I can
Hmm.
tell. She just wants to be up under me, but only one of us is getting recharged right now. So give
I
me
know.
30 minutes.
Can you just have 30 and then you can just
You
recharge
can
off of
you can
me?
recharge. She sleeps in my bed to this day. She'll leave her room and she'll like I can take her out of my bed and place her in her own bed. She won't wake up and she'll sleep. But to fall asleep, she has to be next to me or I have to be near her. And
I understand.
I'm just
It
like,
was
oh,
No, I get it. I feel like my oldest was like that, and she didn't start sleeping in her own bed until I had my younger child. And then she was like scared of hurting the baby. So that's the only
oh,
reason that she finally started sleeping in her own room. And actually, she slept on a mattress in our bedroom to be near us for a couple of like a
oh
month
wow.
after the
That's
baby was born because she wanted to still be near us. So I totally
that's sweet.
100% get it.
She didn't
Yep.
want to hurt the baby. That is
I,
so sweet.
I know.
Oh my god.
Sweet
I guess it's
kids.
just the trope of being a mom.
Yep. And you just got the kids on you all the time. I
Yeah.
used to joke that my kids were like, would cling on to me and they were sucking my life force from my body. So, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's
I
just
think
what
there was
happens
a
when you're a mom.
meme on TikTok where the kids will be hugging their mom and she'd be like, I can't take this off. It
Yeah.
won't get off me. I was like, yes, that's how I
Hmm.
feel. It
Yes,
won't go
accurate.
away.
but
But I
but
take it,
then, yeah,
it's a
you take
sign we're doing good.
exactly. They want to be around us. That means that we're doing a good job as a mom. So, just before we started, my oldest daughter got home from work and had to come talk to me. And I was like, well, I'm waiting. So, yeah, you can come chat with me for a second in here. That's okay. So, yep.
That's so sweet.
I
I was
know.
like,
We're
it's a little
doing good.
chaotic in my house now with the packing and the washing and the rearranging. I was like, whew,
Yes.
I hate moving, and I hope I don't have to move again for some years. I'm like,
I
I
hope
do
so
not
for
like
you.
moving.
Oh, I hate moving. We moved every year for like, I think it was like 4 years in a row.
Oh
My husband and
wow,
I went, and we weren't married for some of those years, but then we were. But yeah, we moved every single, terrible. And I
every
was like,
single year.
can't take it anymore. I don't ever want to move again.
I just want to go back to my first apartment when I first moved to Kansas City. I stayed there for 3 years. I knew my neighbors. It was just my
Yes.
safe spot. and it's like the neighbors left, and then I was like, okay, it's time to go.
Oh,
I'm
I
like, my
hate
neighbors
that.
aren't here. Like, they were great neighbors. They like, I go home to Chicago for Christmas
Hmm.
about 2 weeks because I'm a teacher, so I get that long break.
Yeah.
She saved all my packages and brought them back
Oh,
downstairs and set them in front of my door when she realized I was home. I was like, you don't meet neighbors like that very often.
yeah. Oh, that's great. Yeah, that's the kind of community you want in like an apartment, especially is everybody kind of
Yeah.
keeping their eye out for each other. And just neighbors in houses too. Like, but more so when you're sharing a building like that, I feel like you got to kind of
Yeah.
be a community. And if you don't have that, then it's makes me
It's a
sad.
little, yeah. I don't really know many of my neighbors here, and I've only lived here a year. And I was just like, I don't, it's a nice community. I'm like, I don't feel the same homeliness I felt in my old building. And even though this has like all the modern stuff in the pool, I'm like,
Yeah.
I kind of still need that feeling of, oh, hey neighbor, how are you?
Yeah. Exactly. The community part of it. Yeah. I get it. Well, I hope where you're moving is going to be much more like a neighbor, good neighbor
Type of feel.
situation. Yeah.
Yeah. But I do love the area I live in, although I haven't really ventured very far in Kansas City yet. I'm still learning where I would like to be.
Yeah.
Um,
Where, oh, I
still,
wonder where you've been at, but you don't have to reveal that on the podcast.
yeah,
That'll be something we
it's
talk about in the next
about,
time in person. I'll be like,
yeah.
what neighborhoods? Because I've lived here my whole life. So
Oh,
I
wow.
know all the neighborhoods and I would love to help you find a good one, a good fit for you.
I was like, I would like the next time for me to move would be into a house and just stop with the apartments, and just have a place to just set up, because
Yeah.
apartments, they have their temporary feel to them.
Yeah. Because you can't make anything your own in an apartment. Not really.
Not really.
Yeah.
But it's for now. I'll do apartments while I'm learning the city, and it's only been
Yeah.
4 years. I
Yeah.
got some time.
You've got time. It's a cool city to try and figure out. So,
Yeah, my daughter's trying to get me to date right now. That's her mission in
ooh.
life. She's like, now it's time for you to date. Go meet somebody. But she has stopped walking up to strange men and going, he's attractive. He'll do. I was like, no, it's
She is an
mortifying.
extrovert. Oh my gosh. If my kids ever did that to me, I would die. Oh my God.
It's so my whole brain just like, don't do that, especially at work. And it's a coworker. She's like, what about him? And you don't want to be like, no,
Oh
absolutely
my
not, because
God.
that's your coworker.
Right?
And I'm like, I work at a school, so I'm just like, Lonnie, we don't date coworkers.
Yeah.
That's all I can come up. We
It's just,
don't
this
date
is not what we do.
coworkers
Oh
because
my
you can't
gosh.
insult your coworker. You can't be,
No.
and you can't do it in an offensive way. And she'll do it right in front of them, and I'm just like, and then she'll go, "Are
Man.
you single?" Because my mom's single. And she's pretty. I was like, thank you. I can get my own
Shh.
dates.
Yeah. Shh. Little
I do
lunch.
appreciate you.
Yeah. Cracks me
It's
up.
like,
Yeah, I would die. I would just shrivel
it's
up and
mortifying.
do
I'm
not
just like,
talk to
no,
me.
don't look at me.
Yep, that would be me. I'd be like, I didn't hear anything. Goodbye. See ya.
They were like, where are you going? I'm going to my classroom back
Yeah.
there. I never met this child before, even though she has my whole face.
Yeah. Yeah. No, shh. Whatever she said, I'm not part of it. I don't even know her. We don't even go together. It's fine. That's, oh my gosh. Mm-hmm.
But
I would
if she
die.
doesn't become a writer, I'll be disappointed because she comes up with the most outlandish stories off the top of her head. I was like, you should write these down.
Yes.
You might have the ability to, my love. You might be able to write too. Let's get you published.
Yes. Ooh, guys could be a mother-daughter duo and write things
Ooh.
together. I know a couple of those, and they're really cool.
I was like, right now, my books are on the you can't read this yet. Kind of like what Cardi B does to her kids when they always say she never lets them listen to her music, which
Mm-hmm.
if you heard her music, duh.
Yeah.
But and they always say you make music your kid can't even listen to, and I was just like, well, I kind of write books that I would not want my child to read because they cover certain topics that I wouldn't want to have to
Yeah.
explain to her.
Yeah. Only like my oldest is allowed, but she has chosen not to currently. But she's allowed. She's an 18. She's
Oh
old
yeah,
enough.
old enough
But
now.
my 10-year-old,
No, no, no.
no, ma'am, no,
Like
ma'am.
no, not at 9 years old. And it's that.
Mhm.
Well, some people have said that my book represents. I start off my books, well, not all of them, but a lot of them, in very traumatizing situations, and then they
Yeah.
move on from that. And
Yeah.
that's just, it's kind of like a redemption arc. I start off giving them a redemption arc. They start off in like
Yeah.
they've been kidnapped, beaten, and tied up and stuff like, and that's how
Well,
the book
I mean, yeah.
starts.
Gives them the conflict of what they need to overcome. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's, and there's
I'm like,
always got
no,
to be
you.
something. All of my characters are horribly broken, sad people. Have had bad things happen. Their trauma. They have to
Yes.
grow as a person to get through their conflicts. So, yep, I totally understand.
Yeah.
And that's
And then I
like,
play with the concept of death way too much for her. I'm just like, no, no. Because then I got to
yeah,
explain why
yeah,
I did that. And
maybe later when you're
maybe
older and you'll
later.
get this.
You can read mommy's books, baby, when you're more mature. I have students because I used to teach high school who have bought my books,
Oh,
and
cool.
they've read them. But I do warn them. I'm like, if you've had trauma in your life, sometimes that book has helped people had to get face their own trauma because of my book. And I don't know if
Yeah.
that's a positive or a negative, but that's a critique. That's there's like it's a
Well, I
good
mean,
book, but it did bring up a past trauma. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to pull up your trauma, but at least you connected to my character.
like, yeah, I indeed. Well, it means that, yeah, you're connecting with people, which is a huge part of making characters believable
Yeah.
and the book overall likable, as if the audience can connect in some way to what you're writing. So I do the same thing, girl. Don't worry.
I was like, sorry, my bad. No, thank you. It is so
Yeah.
weird because I don't read paranormal romances that often unless they're like about werewolves. So me writing them and writing such traumatizing books, and then I go read romances and rom-coms and about werewolves falling in love. And then I come
Yeah.
back and I write some of the darkest stuff, and I'm like, oh, sorry.
Well, like all of my books have romance in them, but they're all dark, So
Yeah.
they're all dark and twisty and
But I
I
have
had
read some worse ones
yeah. Well, I've
that are
had some
really
there
dark.
in my like newest one, my newest series, the Dolce Obscurita, that is a mafia romance.
Yeah.
And some of the reviews, people were like, I had to put the book down and breathe for several minutes in order to be able to pick this book back up and keep
Yes.
going because I was so scared and worried for the characters. And I was like, all right, cool. Like, I'm sorry that you were so filled with anxiety, but at the same time, that means that you're enjoying it, I
Yeah.
guess. So,
And I feel
yeah.
like the more I unhinge myself, the worse I get. I'm like, now this book has way more sensitive topics that I would ever put. It includes way more sexual topics, traumatizing topics that I would never touch. And I'm just like, now they're in the book. And I'm like, if my mom reads this, she's gonna have thoughts, and I'm not gonna want to hear them.
Yeah. Well, I've literally in my mafia romance, the dedication reads, and I'll read it to you. It says, if you're related to me, I suggest you either put this book down or agree that we never discuss it. So I'm like, because I didn't want to do pen names and have like
Yeah.
multiple things. I was like, I'm just going to write everything under my name, whatever. But I'm going to warn my family, like, if you choose to read it, you're choosing to read
To
it.
read it.
We don't need to talk about it. And I don't really want to hear any negative opinions from the family about it. But thus far, everybody has had a good reception, actually. Like,
Oh, cool.
oddly enough, my grandmother,
It's
she was like,
always
"Oh, I
grandmas
love
that
them."
surprise you.
I know. She was like, "Oh, I love them. This was great." And I was like, "Wow, okay." Kind of
Okay,
weird
thanks,
that you
grandma.
read that, but I'm glad you enjoyed it. So I'm not gonna.
I do write under C.S. Hendricks, but it's because I used to paint I used to do a lot of acrylic painting, and I would sign those paintings C.S. Hendricks.
Oh
So
yeah,
it kind of just carried over.
yeah. There you
So it's
go. And then
not
if you
really
ever
it's
paint
my
again,
name.
well,
It's
yeah.
my
But if you
middle and first name's initials. So I feel like I'm still writing under my name, but if you search Courtney Hendricks, my books are not gonna come up.
right,
You would have to know that I go by my first and middle initial and then my last name.
yeah. I just didn't. Well, it was more like I've thought about doing pen names, but the amount of work for like marketing and stuff when you have multiple pen names becomes such a huge thing.
Yeah,
And that I
I could
was
see
like,
that.
I'm trying to simplify this for myself and make this less difficult. So definitely had to make that choice there. But if you go under C.S. Hendricks, then you just have that one name that you have.
Yeah,
Like if you go with that, then it's perfect and you don't have to do all this extra stuff. That's the whole deal because I don't want to do
yeah.
extra. No
Those
extra,
extra
please.
steps. It's already enough steps.
Exactly.
I was like, it's already
Exactly.
memorizing a pen name. But when I was younger and I did want to write, I used to do Wattpad, and I used to
Mm.
write under an alias because I didn't want to be found of Jolie Heights, and I called her my alter ego. And I have no clue where I got that name from. I just made that
It
up.
just came up. It was meant to be for that moment in time. It popped right into your head.
I was like, so I have used one before, but that was when I was trying to hide. And I kind of think I'm in a part of my life where hiding I don't feel is necessary. If I was like, I'm almost 40. If you read it and you didn't like it, so what? I'm
Yeah.
40 years old. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, exactly. It's like I am 36, and so it's just kind of like I'm at this point in my life where I'm like, "Ugh, I'm going to write what I want to write. I'm going to
Yes,
dress how I want to dress and do what I want to
exactly.
do. And if people have a problem, then that's on them to feel bad about it. I am myself and I don't feel bad about it. So,
Not at all.
you
I
know,
was like, I feel like the freest as a writer I've ever felt. But I think I probably need to go back to my book and edit it again. It's really hard to edit a book that you already finished and decided that you didn't like it, so you put it to the side, and now you're like, actually, I can fix it, and then rewrite the book on top of the book.
yeah, yep. I have had to do that before. Yeah, it's rough. It takes a lot longer than you think it's going to.
It takes forever, and the
Yeah.
fact that this whole book was because I used to work for H&M, and there was this model, and he was gorgeous. He was had to be in his 50s. He was bald and had a black and white peppered beard, and he posed in nothing but suits. And we
Oh,
said that he looks like somebody that will meet you and give you champagne and roses when he come and meet you.
I love
That
it.
whole the fake scenarios we would come up with off this
Yes.
man.
Yeah.
And
I
it's just a group of girls inside of an office of a call
oh,
center coming up with it.
that is literally my favorite thing to do. And I know this sounds so weird, but like, so I worked at a bank for a long time and certain like reoccurring people, either regular
Yeah.
customers or like a regular like Brinks person bringing the money to the bank
Yeah.
or security guard or whatever. And I would come up with like backstories for them. Like I had
Oh.
no idea for real what their backstory was, but I would come up with their backstory. And especially if it was like there was something wrong with the ATM. So this poor security guard had to sit there all day while they're waiting for it to be fixed. And he
Oh
looks
wow.
like he was like an old biker and used to be in like a metal band or something. But then, he had to get a regular job. Like I would come up with these crazy, like super detailed backstories. And everyone at the bank was like, yeah, you obviously you're a writer since you just like
I
sorry.
think it might be the trope of a writer. I was like,
Oh,
we've never even heard this man speak. He's literally just posing in a suit, and I'm sitting up here coming up with scenarios, and then I wrote a whole book based off a H&M guy that I can't even find on the website anymore.
oh,
It was just a random model.
yeah,
And
just, hey,
I was like, it's just his presence. I'm like, oh
he
yeah,
inspired you.
I know
Perfect.
what you would do. Now he might not
Yeah.
even have that character, but I made him extremely dateable to a lot of girls that I worked with.
Well, there you go. See, you inspired others as well.
Although call centers are a little different because I've also had the creepy ones where the girl was like, "Oh my gosh, I saw a worker at one of your store locations in New York, and he was gorgeous, way too gorgeous to be working in the store. And I'm a photographer, and I will like take his picture. Why do you?" And she's like, "Do you guys know
No.
this?" And I just was like, part of me wanted to call that store in New York and be like, "So do you have a gentleman that looks like this that's working in your store? Can you
Hmm.
please never give out his schedule and
Like,
maybe switch it up a bit? Because
yeah,
I
he
think
needs to
he
be
has a
protected.
stalker."
Actually, yeah, you should be protecting him at all costs now
I
because,
was
yeah.
like, this is weird. And I had to go get
Yeah.
my manager. So I'm like, how do I respond to this without going, ma'am, therapy is not that expensive anymore?
Yeah. Oh, gosh.
Please do not harass our employees in
Yeah,
store.
please leave them alone. Oh, my gosh. Oh,
I
so
came up with
scary.
some like PG-13 thing, like, hey, he can apply here. We have programs for him. Just he was like, yeah, I feel like she's hiding in the bushes outside. I'm like, I'm glad I'm not the only one who read this and thought, oh my God.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah, I feel so bad. But there are people like that. They feel like they get
I
to
was like,
have a
has this
connection with
happened to
somebody
me?
randomly. Yeah. It's
I was like,
crazy.
and I didn't know it.
Oh, yeah, seriously. Although that did
Oh,
happen to me and I didn't know it at a restaurant I worked at one
oh
time
wow.
where I was like closed like doing all my closing stuff and like all the other staff members noticed this guy staring at me the whole time and then basically yelled at him to leave and then they wouldn't let me walk home because I was going to walk home. They wouldn't let me walk home, so they like made me take a ride and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, okay. I didn't even notice him, but apparently you guys
It's
were all shook
creepy.
by, yeah. So I'm like, that's fine. Thanks. Thanks for keeping an eye out on me.
Yeah. I think call
So,
centers, they're both though, because I've gotten asked on dates and they're like, you sound attractive. Huh?
what?
What are you? I'm on the phone with you. You're calling our customer service line to get an online order,
People are
and
so weird.
you're asking me on the date because you heard my voice and you thought she's attractive. Like, that's
Like,
weird,
sir.
sir.
Yeah, that's weird. That's strange. What are you doing? People
He's
are
like, if
so
you're
weird.
ever in Boston.
Well, good thing I'm not going there, is my answer. Like,
And then one
and
was
I'm
like,
not
can I
going.
have your number? So I'm like, how about this? You call this line and you just keep hanging up till you get me again.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
that's the
God.
only number you're getting. Because that's
Right.
weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
No, I'm
I'm
not
like,
giving you my personal number,
no.
you creep.
They're like, what's your
Yeah.
last name? So I, no, 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 no. You don't need to know
Mm-mm.
that. You're lucky you got the first.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I have a friend who worked at a call center, and I think that she gave like a variation on her name, on her first name instead of her actual
Her real
first name
name.
because
I
she,
should have did something like that.
you know, like
But
there's nothing against that.
my name is so, it's Courtney. It's like one of those common names. So I figured they're not going to find Courtney.
Oh, yeah. Or at least cross your
Especially
fingers, but
Courtney from Chicago. They'll be looking all day.
yeah, that's true. That is true. There's a lot of Courtney. There's a lot of Courtneys in Kansas City too. So, mhm.
Which is really odd because I rarely meet somebody named Courtney.
I know a couple, but
I
not like a ton. Not like I don't know a ton, but I know a couple. It's kind of like Chelsea. I know a few or I've heard of a
Yeah.
few, but it's not like the super, it's not a Katie, you know?
Yeah.
There's a lot of Katies.
I did at one point during my boredom, like early 20s, look up everybody with my exact first and last name and add them on Facebook. from like all around
Oh,
the world. Like I just typed in my name and just added everybody who had it. And
that's
apparently
smart.
Courtney Hendricks is a very, very common name.
Interesting. I've never done that. I'm a little tempted to,
It was
honestly. That's kind of
definitely,
fun.
I was like, oh wow, it's a lot of people with my name. It was just as many people with my first, middle, and last name, which was really weird. And
That
I
is
was just
weird.
like, I didn't, my mom gave
Weird.
me kind of a popular name.
That's yeah, I'm very interested.
It was eye opening.
Yes. Yes, I might do that later. Just to see.
Just to see. I was definitely not expecting that many though. I was like, this is like 80 people.
Dang. Yeah. Weird. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah. And well, I'll have to let you know how that goes for me because I'm very
Yes.
interested now.
But Courtney is
Very
also a
interested.
unisex name. So I've met
Yeah.
more men named Courtney than I've met women.
Yeah. Well, Chelsea was originally a male name, but there's really not that many men named Chelsea now. I think there's more Kelseys that are men
Yeah.
than Chelseas, but I would be interested to see. Now I'm like, maybe in other countries there might be more male
Yeah.
Chelseas.
I could
Hmm.
see that, like maybe in Russia, because they love to give men feminine sounding names to soften them.
Yeah,
I
that's
learned that
true.
from a Russian person. I'm like, oh, that's why his name is Valerie. Okay.
Indeed, interesting. Although
That's
it doesn't sound
interesting.
too strange to me. You know, I names are names. Like I know quite a few men named Tracy. You wouldn't think it, but I know quite a few. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, Tracy's a male's name. I've heard
Yeah.
Taylor can go both
Yeah.
ways. Yes.
Yeah.
I can see that. I think there
But
might be a couple of male Chelseas out there.
they're probably I'll find them. I'll find them.
I wouldn't
I'll let
date
you
him
know.
though. That one Courtney, that boy had a crush on me. I was like, oh no, that's weird. I feel like I'm talking to myself.
Yeah,
And
Courtney
I
and
don't
Courtney.
know. They're like, hey, Courtney. And everybody's looking like, why is she talking to herself? Oh my God. I'm not that kind of introvert where I'll do it in public.
Yeah. Come on now. It's all in the head in public. Thank you.
Yes. I was like, no, at home, I'll have like a whole thought process conversation, almost act out a part in my book. And then I'll go, oh my gosh, I should write this down. This is perfect. And then I'll run and write it down very sloppily on the
Well, yeah.
1,000 like post-its I have.
Yeah.
And then I have to interpret my own handwriting because I did no effort to be neat.
Yeah. The interpretation of the own handwriting, especially when I'm going fast. Ugh,
Yes.
that's rough. Like that could be a T or it could be a J. I don't know what's going on there.
I was
It's
like,
part of
but
the
I
reason
have
I
to add
started.
this to my book.
Yes. That's part of the reason I started writing in all caps because it was easier for me to write fast in
Ooh.
all caps and be able to read it later. But apparently, if people who write in all caps, it's a sign of being a psychopath. But I'm like, but I did that for a reason. It's not like I started doing that for the whole time.
Yeah.
It's so I don't
No, I
think
like
so.
it. That's
Yeah.
brilliant. Because if you write in all caps, it's easier to read because,
Yeah.
yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. It keeps
Instead
me
of like
from messing up and not being able to
Sanskrit,
read it.
is what I call it. My
Yeah.
Sanskrit. I'm like, that's just,
Is it? It might be gibberish. I'm not sure. For everyone else,
yeah.
it certainly is. But for me, I kind of, yeah. Yep.
I
Yeah.
mean,
And then
eventually
I
you
also have
figure it
weird
out.
shorthand.
I do
Well, and
too.
yeah, like certain things that are, smaller words that I just, and no one
Like
else can read
between
it.
is BTW, and no, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
somebody else will see that and be like, "What the heck is
What are you?
BTW?" But I know
Yeah,
that's between.
exactly.
I was
Or
like, "It's
at the
between."
at sign
Yes.
and like stuff like it just do it real
It,
fast. It
yes.
looks crazy to other people, but
Because if I don't write it down fast, I'll quite literally forget it.
yeah,
The almost within the same amount of time I got it, it like just goes.
exactly. Yep, no. It can for me too. Like unless I like have no distractions and can go and type it right away, maybe,
Yeah.
but
But
it
nine
will
times out
just
of 10, especially as a mom, the minute she calls my name, I'm turning around and that
and
thought's
it's
gone.
gone. Yep.
Uh,
Yep. I feel that 100%.
I hate when it happens in the car though, because I can't stop my car on the side of the expressway to write something down.
Yes. Ugh. And
I
I
was like,
tried, I can't do voice notes. Like I know
voice
some
note
authors,
sucks.
yeah, and I know some authors do that. I am so bad at saying it out loud for whatever reason, like just my thought. It comes out really strange when I try and say the thought out loud instead of writing it. So I can't
I
do
get
that.
it.
So
I
I'm
get it.
I'm glad for the authors that can, but I can't.
It's like, and I have an accent and a slight speech impediment, so it'll do the wrong word too.
Yeah, and then you're like, what is this? That's not any words that I said. What are you doing? Yeah,
I was like,
no,
that's nowhere near what I told you. I'm not quite sure how you got that word.
exactly.
So yeah, I get it. But I want to in the car because sometimes I have like some of the best ideas while driving my car long distances and in the bathroom. And these
Uh-huh.
are the two places I'm not prepared to write.
Exactly. Yeah. I go to PopCon Indy in Indianapolis
Oh,
every
cool.
year with my publisher. We have a really big booth there and stuff,
Ooh.
but it's a like 8-hour drive for me. So um, I have so many thoughts while I'm driving, and I'm like, I can't do anything about this right now. Nothing.
Not right now.
I
Absolutely
know.
nothing.
Ugh, I hate it. So
I know. Driving back to Chicago is also about 8 hours, so I can figure it'll be the same because it's like 3 hours to get to Indianapolis from Chicago.
yeah.
So yeah,
Ugh.
I didn't know they had one.
Yeah, it's a really cool little convention. And well, I mean, it's gotten bigger. Yeah. But we've been doing it for a while now, and yeah, it's really cool. We have a little four horsemen following there, so people
Oh,
always
cool.
like come, oh, what new books do you have? It's very
Ooh,
fun. And we do panels
that
and get to
sounds
chat with other
fun.
authors on the panels. So that's happening May 8th through 10th. We'll be
Oh.
there. So I only have a few weeks left to prepare. Ah!
I'm sure it's gonna be amazing though.
Yeah. No, it's always really good and really fun. So yeah.
Yeah, I haven't done a convention since like 2015 when I published my first book of poetry. And I published it because I found out I could. So I just took all my poems and put them in a book and went on Amazon and went. And when it was published, I quite literally cried because I was like, wait, I just published a book.
Yeah.
And I was
That's,
just like, I could do that.
yeah. Isn't that awesome?
Yeah. I like
I get it.
that first one. I literally broke. I was in the middle of, I went to DeVry and they had the media center. I was in the middle of a college media center crying. And I know the
Oh.
people around me were like, what is wrong with her?
Eh. They
Is
didn't
everything
know.
all right, ma'am?
Like, I'm happy. Yeah. Everything's
Yeah.
fine.
Because
Let me have my moment.
it meant that being a writer could actually happen.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, I don't think how many, and I found out who really was my friend and who really wasn't my friend from that experience. Because there were so
Yeah.
many people that I spent every day with that had no clue I wanted to be a writer. And so many people I considered acquaintances that already knew, like, and they were so happy.
Oh, well, there you
And I
go.
was like,
Good.
I'm
I
like, how
mean,
did you
good,
not
good that you
know?
find the real friends, you know.
Yeah.
So,
But I was a people pleaser back then, so fake or real, I was gonna try to keep them. That
I
people
know.
pleaser phase got my feelings hurt so many times.
I feel ya. I feel ya. I
I
try to be kind, but there's only so much you can do. Um,
yeah.
can't please everybody. Never will be able to. So,
I think that's why it bled into my writing and I had such a hard time writing just freely like I did now was gotta please Pastor. Pastor was my aunt. Can't make her uncomfortable reading my book.
mhm.
Now I'm like, Pastor, I suggest you don't buy that book.
Yeah, just don't. You're
I was
not
like,
gonna like it.
I typically write Christian poetry. I'll let you know when the next poetry book comes out and you can go ahead and write that. But if it's just a regular book that I wrote that's a novel, please do not purchase that.
Yeah, no, you don't want to read it. Just trust.
I was
Yeah,
like, just wait. I'll let you know when the next Christian section is coming out.
Yeah. You'll get something else. Don't
You'll get
worry.
something else. Don't worry about it. They're like, oh, I heard you published. Please don't go buy that, ma'am. I
Yeah.
do not
Don't
want
do
to have a
it.
prayer session.
Oh, yeah, I can't even imagine. I was raised Catholic,
Oh,
and a lot
you
of my family
understand.
is still Catholic or Christian, but thankfully they're like not they used to be a lot more hardcore and like didn't like any of the stuff that I was about
Yeah.
and really thought I was going down a really bad path or whatever. But over time, they've all kind of realized that
Let that go.
yeah, it's it's not it's not worth the being so strict. Like, be strict on yourselves if you want to, but you can't control other people. And I feel like they finally kind of got that, and that I'm not a bad person. I you know just want to be myself. And so, and my grandmother that read that mafia romance, she's one of those people. So
Oh, wow.
she has grown quite a deal, I would say.
Definitely. Go, grandma.
Right.
But you know what? I find the grandparents are a little bit more rebellious than we give them credit for.
Yeah, it's
Because,
like they've lived all their life and they finally like, what do I have to lose?
yeah,
Yeah, I like it.
I, was, I love it. When my grandma was here, she bought all my books, and I was just like, oh, you read it? She's like, yeah. And I'm just like, oh, you're not angry. Okay.
Yeah. All right, good.
Good. We're right
Yeah, I love that. Oh. Okay. Well,
here. Yeah.
my ears. I don't know why, but these headphones are hurting my ears. Like they're
Yeah, I had to get rid of mine because it's something about I need them to be wider, I think.
yeah, I don't my
So I
youngest
got buds
daughter
in now.
stole my big ones that go fully over my
Oh,
ears. So I have
I
to use
ordered
these
some
itty
more.
bitties.
Itty bitties do not work.
I
Those
know.
hurt.
So I'm gonna have to dig through my house to find my good ones because I can't keep living this way.
I understand. I was like, when I started the podcast, I was like, you know what? Those I had some, but they're like exercise ones that I use at the gym,
Oh
and they're
yeah.
not really made for that. I'm like, you know what? I need to buy some for my computer that I can use and that it work perfectly fine because they hurt my ears when I'm not working out.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, no, it's
And
killing me.
although I've done a podcast before, it was kind of thrown together before. I was just like, oh,
Well, I mean, yeah, I understand. I'd done a podcast before. Actually, my sister-in-law wants to start it
oh,
back up
cool.
again. It was called Sisters and Strange. It's still up there. You can find them all.
Oh,
um, but we just talked about weird stuff. So anything weird.
that sounds
We have,
cool.
episodes on tarot, I think, and then we have like some paranormal
Ooh.
cryptids, and then we have some about true crime stuff, about really weird true crime stuff going on. So just whatever was weird we wanted to chat about.
You know what?
So
I follow a lot of photographer podcasts where they talk about the weddings and other people's wedding like disasters. And I don't know why I
yeah,
find it interesting.
I I mean, I like hearing weird stories. So,
Yeah.
and especially when I'm like working and I want something to listen to, I'll just pull up podcasts
I
where it's just
prefer podcasts while working over
mm-hmm.
music any day.
Yeah. I want to hear the weird story. Like I like hearing the talking. So I don't know
Yes.
why, but
But I think my favorite are the ones where it's like a second date update where the person goes on the date, they call the radio station, they go, can you call the person and ask them
I've
why
heard
they
about
won't go on the second date with me? And they are
it.
hilarious.
I think I've heard a couple snippets of those. I think I heard one where it was like, yeah, you're my cousin. I
Oh my
found out you're my
God.
cousin. That's why we're not going on a date. And I was like, oh my gosh, no.
I think that one, and it was one that was hilarious where she was like, he didn't understand why she wouldn't go out with him. And she goes, well, I went on the date and I found out he was a rapper and he played his mixtape for me. And his name was like Little Poopy or Little Dookie or something like that. And she was just like, and he like locked me in the car and wouldn't let me go home until I
Oh
listened to his whole
no.
mixtape.
No, 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 sir.
I'm like, well, yes, sir. She doesn't want to go on a date with you. And the
Yeah.
other one was like a businessman. And you know how people send pictures? Well, it's like 10 o'clock in the morning. Most people are at work. This
Yeah.
girl sends her spread eagle to his phone,
Oh, no, 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 no,
and
no.
he's at work in a meeting.
Yeah, not safe for work. Not safe for work.
And
Oh,
I'm just
no.
like, how do these people not know that's the red flag?
Yeah.
I was like, that's the red flag right
Yeah.
there.
It's very obvious to the rest of us. Where are you failing to
Like,
see that? Like what?
most of them are fairly obvious, and they always leave out those type of details when they're telling you about the date.
Yeah. Yeah. They're
It's like, you
because they
didn't
know
mention
it's
that.
wrong. They know what they did. They know
They're
what they
like, that I didn't think that would be. The girl was like, I didn't think that would be a problem. I thought he would find that attractive. Yes, at 9 o'clock at night, not at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. Don't send that while he's at work.
And you
Oh,
just met him. Why are you sending that
yeah.
anyway? I was just
Dang.
like, oh gosh, somebody help
Oh,
him, please.
yeah. Well, clearly they need the help of these shows. Otherwise, they wouldn't know.
I would
That's
never
good.
think to call that show and be like, I wouldn't want to put myself out there on the radio for everybody to hear why this person wouldn't go back out on a date with me.
Yeah. Unless, I mean, I guess if I was that desperate to know, I guess in the situation where they found out they were cousins, the guy
Yeah,
was like, well, we had a wonderful date. We really connected. I thought it was great. You know, like he legitimately, their date went well and he legitimately had no idea. And
oh
then,
God.
and then, yeah, to find out they were cousins. And he was like, well, why didn't you just tell me?
I
And
mean,
she was
how do
like,
you
I thought your
tell
mom was going
somebody
to tell.
that?
Well, I think she thought his mom was going to tell her or tell him, like other
Yeah,
family
that
members were going to tell him and then they didn't. So I'm like, ooh, okay, well, that
I
sucks.
wouldn't want to tell him either.
Mm-mm. How rough.
Uh-uh.
Be like, yeah, it
And
was a really great date. But we can't because we're cousins.
we're related.
Yeah.
I,
Ooh.
ugh, that's tricky. I would not. I would probably ghost him too. I'm not gonna lie. I would ghost him too.
Yeah, be like, and we're just hoping I never see you again. Never. Not even family reunions. I'll be
It
actively
kind of.
avoiding those. Like,
Yes, yes, yes. Please don't invite me. I'm good.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm okay.
Exactly.
Let's just go to I'll just come for Thanksgiving to my mom's house. That's about as family as I'm getting. If it's like the extended family, I'm just don't invite me anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Like, nope, I'm good. I'm good, thanks.
Like weird. I can't even imagine that situation.
I know. That's okay. So
That's
I'm gonna have
terrible.
to. Now that you've reminded me of that, because I have listened to a couple of them, obviously, but it's not in my normal rotation. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna totally put that on. So
You
tomorrow I'll
should.
be listening to
It's
that.
best for cleaning. I listen to those
Yes.
while I clean. I don't know
Ugh.
why. Those work while
Well,
cleaning.
it's the drama. It keeps you intrigued, but it's not
Yeah.
like, but it's low impact. Like there's nothing pressing. You get the drama
Yes.
without any sort of need for commitment. So yeah, I love it.
That's true. But around Halloween, October, November, I like to listen to this podcast that goes to top 10 serial killers in different
Oh.
situations. And I
Mm-hmm.
know it scares the crap out of me because this is so realistic. I mean, they say every day you probably pass like 10 serial killers.
Right? Well,
But
there's some studies trying to say that there aren't like serial killers are going down now. And
because
because
therapy is going up, but yeah.
well, and social media and like CCTV, like having cameras everywhere, it's harder
Yeah.
for them to get away with it. But I'm like, there still are serial killers, okay?
And they're still operating and they're getting smarter. So
Yeah. They're just
I would
having
like,
to they're having to
yeah.
overcome more obstacles now, and that means that they are getting even more shifty and tricky.
And I'm like, to think that some of them got away with it and the police actually like stopped them for traffic stops and stuff like that,
Uh-huh.
where they had bodies and stuff in their car
Isn't that nuts?
and let them go. So I'm just like, oh God. Oh God.
Yeah. Nope. I totally
It's that
100%.
easy to get away with it.
Well, and that's the thing though, like you think it would be so easy,
Yes,
based on them. But then it's like lots of people don't get away with it. So
that's
it's kind of
true.
like they just have to be really smart with it and really
I
think
read a
things through, which is
study.
even creepier.
I read a study that said that about 75% of serial killers are actually not caught, and it just like threw my whole mind. That there are a lot of them out there that have never been caught, and we just don't talk about it. I was like, yeah,
Hmm.
could we not? Because now I can't sleep.
Well, I know. Well, and then you think about the ones where it's like, if it's a lot easier for it all to get pieced together now, but there's ones who like don't ever kill in the same
Again,
state or
like
something. So then
they,
it just looks like a one shot in the
yeah,
state, and they don't tie it back together with anything. So it's like this person just going around killing somebody in random places all over the
they said
place, and
a
they
lot
never
of
tie them
serial killers
together.
are truck drivers,
Yeah.
long state truck drivers. I'm like, that would be a brilliant cover.
Right? You can get away with so much.
Because you would just leave the state. You would never be there long enough.
Exactly.
I was like,
Exactly.
actually, if I were a serial killer, being a truck driver might not have been a bad career. You can change your clothes in your car. There's a bed in there,
Mm-hmm.
and you can just get rid of evidence in a whole nother state.
Yep, exactly. Exactly. Nothing could be tied together,
And
or
then I'm like,
it'd be really hard to. Mm-hmm.
yeah. I was like, and then I'm like, that's just like a thought living rent free in my head. And then next thing you know, it ends up in a book.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I think that's why I'm so like, I'm sure you're the same way, like just voracious for information because anything could be inspiration. So,
Yes. I have used that one where the girl he was, I think the guy was terrified, but
mm-hmm.
he went home sick and canceled the date. And when he woke up, she was in his house. And she like brought him food, and he was just like, "No, it's fine." She was just being nice. And you could hear the fear on the phone. And she was like,
Ah,
"This is normal." And I'm just like, "No, that is
no.
terrifying.
Oh no.
How did you get in
Uh-uh.
his house?
Yeah. Why did you do that? Oh
And
gosh, and I'd
why
be
were you
like,
in his house?"
ooh.
It was, I did put that in one of my books. I wrote it straight in
Yeah.
there because it,
Well,
it,
yeah.
it's creepy.
That is
And
creepy.
it's just something you can't make up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
Oh
he was
man.
like, and his voice was like, "Oh no, I'm not scared at all." That was perfectly normal. And even the radio hosts were like, "I think he's scared of you." And she got angry and was like, "He is not." And I'm like, "I'm scared of
Oof.
her, and I've never even met her before."
Uh-huh. Yeah, no. That lady's definitely got some psycho tendencies.
And then the whole time I'm like, how did she get in his house?
Seriously. Like,
Like,
did she con somebody who had a key? Did she like
apparently, I think they said that she actually called the landlord and claimed to be somebody else for a welfare check. But even that element, I'm like, and the landlord left her. I mean, how did she convince
Yeah.
the landlord? I have so many more questions that have not been answered in this call that I would
Yeah.
like to know. Like, landlord shouldn't just let random people in your apartment. How did she
Exactly.
convince the landlord that she was dating you, and she just, this was your first date? She barely
Weird.
knows you.
Yeah.
I'm
Mm-mm.
like, she has to be a
Untrusting.
sociopath. I'm sorry. To
Right.
lie so
She has,
effortlessly.
yeah, just to have like, and have people believe that it was genuine. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I would be terrified. I would move.
I would
I would
too.
move.
Mm-mm. I'd be like, oh, and I'm
I
breaking my
would
lease
break the
immediately. Good
lease.
day. Yep.
I would sell my house. I would do all that.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
was like,
Like,
I would
no,
sell
no.
everything in there and just get all new furniture and
Mm-hmm.
everything. Just leave it all, because I would be like, did she put a camera in here?
Yeah. Oh my God. Ugh. Yeah, I would think so many crazy things about like I'm totally not safe in my home now. Uh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I was like,
Mm-mm.
I can't. I was like, some of them are terrifying. I'm just like,
Yeah. Okay.
what's
Well.
going on here? Let me write
I.
this idea down. This
Yeah.
is going to look great in a book. And the people reading the book are going to go, this is just a book. And I'm going to have to tell them,
Nope. True
no,
story.
true story. They,
Truth is stranger than fiction
it
most of the time.
is.
Yeah.
Between those those stories that I hear on the podcast and actually the Bible, I come up with some outlandish stuff.
Oh
And
yeah.
I think I described it. I was like, well, two sisters married the same man, and then they basically prostituted out their handmaids to have babies for them so that they can have more children. And they're like, where do you come up with this stuff?
The
I'm
Bible.
like, that's the story of Joseph. I mean, not
Mm-hmm.
of Joseph, of Isaac and his wives.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like that's what happened. And they're like,
Mm-hmm.
what? I'm like, yes, to have more children, they prostituted out their
Their handmaids.
handmaids.
Mm-hmm. That's yeah.
And the
And I was
handmaids,
like,
do you
what?
think they had a choice?
Yeah, no,
No, they were
definitely didn't. No,
servants. They
they
did
were
not
sex
have a
slaves.
choice.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
they're like, no, that's not what happened. I'm like, go reread that one more time. I was
Oh, I
like, no,
think
this story,
I
I didn't
wonder.
just come up with it.
Yeah, you froze for a second, but I hear like thunder. Do you have thunder
Oh,
over where you're at?
not
My
yet, but
internet might be going out.
mine's might go
Oh, you
out
froze
soon
again. I don't know
too.
if it's my internet or not.
It might be both of us because they said
Are
it's
you
supposed to be a
there?
terrible storm. Can you hear me? Oh gosh, she's frozen.
Uh-oh. I might have
Trying to
lost her.
reconnect. Okay.
I don't know if it's mine.
Are you able to hear
Are
me?
you there, Courtney?
Oh
Oh,
no.
there she is. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. The storm is supposed to be blowing in really soon
Mm-hmm. I know. Another one of these insane storms we keep getting.
because of the weather.
Mm-hmm.
These are our El Nino storms. I knew El Nino was coming when it was like
I know.
80 degrees in April. I'm like,
I know,
okay,
right?
where
We're just
is it
going to
El
have crazy
Nino?
weather all summer. Great.
Yeah. You know what's really
Oh,
weird? When El Nino hits, it's cold in the summer. It'd be like 70.
I know. It's
Um,
like not super hot, but
but
it leads to really weird weather because we'll get like
yeah.
the cooler air and the hot air hitting each other and right on us. And then that's when we get the
Yes.
weird weather. So I'm like, hopefully.
Yeah. And we got, well, at least we got the Soccer World Cup here.
That's true. We'll see how well our city handles it.
Yes. We definitely got to keep our eyes open for that
Mm-hmm.
because I don't think they're going to handle it so well with this crazy weather.
No, and we don't have a lot of parking, uh,
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm a little worried about that for
Especially
everyone.
with the
But
stadium they're doing it at. I'm like,
yeah,
there's like barely any hotels or parking anywhere near that stadium.
I know. So I'm like, well, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I'm like, I'm so glad teachers don't work over the summer because traffic is going to be ridiculous.
Yeah, nope, it's gonna be rough.
Because
I'm
they're
gonna
going to have to
actively avoid.
driving
Yeah,
as
yes,
much as possible.
yep. We'll be using my bicycle a lot. Just staying local as much as I can.
Yeah.
So, yep.
As much. Luckily, the river market is near me, so I can get on the streetcar,
Yes,
even though I expect that's going to be crowded too.
probably, but hopefully, we'll all still be able to squeeze in. I love going to the river market, so I already had plans to go there almost every week this summer. I was like, I'm going to go to the river market every weekend this summer with my kids. Darn
You
it.
should. They always have something.
Yeah.
There's always something there. I like the chalk drawings when they come back. That's like my.
Yes.
I love to hit that up. I'm like, let's go see. And
Yeah,
I
isn't
know
that so cool?
my daughter hates it. I don't think she even is entertained by it. It's probably more
Oh,
for me than her. She's just like, okay, we can go see it again. I'm like,
they're cool and new every
no.
time.
Like, this takes hours.
Yeah. Do you know the skill and the patience? Come on, enjoy.
Come on, let's do
I
it.
get it. Yeah, I get it though. Kids, it's
Yeah.
harder to be interested in that stuff.
And she's like, if you hang out with me less, then maybe you'll date more. It's like, well, if I can't hang out with you to date somebody, I don't want to date them.
Exactly.
I
They should,
like you.
yeah. I
But I'm
100%
also an
agree.
introvert, so dating is weird for an introvert, and I don't do well with texting, so apps don't work for me. I have to meet them organically, and that's hard
Yeah.
when you're in a new city. So she's just gonna have to wait.
Yeah. It'll happen when it happens, you
She's
know.
like, you. I think she just wants me to go outside more. She's like, go outside. I'm like, not right now. I just got off work. I don't want to go outside.
Yeah.
I was just there.
I need to cool off and at home and then maybe.
Then maybe
Yeah.
outside. We can go for
Yes.
a walk. And she's like, oh, okay, walk. And then she's happy. I was
Yeah.
like, let's just go for a walk. But socializing after work, I'm typically drained. I'm around middle schoolers and high schoolers for hours, and they don't believe in personal space.
No. Nope. No. That's a that's an age where they just get up in your business for sure.
And don't have food. You'll never ever be able to eat.
Yeah. Oh yeah, ravenous little monsters.
So I was like, no, no, mommy needs a people break.
Yes, I agree with this.
A people break. She's like, people break. Yeah, yeah, a long one.
hmm
You're
Yeah,
about the only people I want to see for a couple hours.
exactly. I totally understand. Yeah, I mean, I work from home for my publisher,
Yeah,
so I'm like, I don't have to see. But when I had jobs where I was around people the whole time, I definitely had to like decompress for a while
definitely.
before I could do anything else because I was just like, I can't. I peopled all day. I cannot.
Yeah. Publishing house will probably be my dream job, but I think I fantasized it because I watched my business was inspired by that Korean drama and they worked in the publishing house and everybody was just working together and it was just like I'm like, "Ooh, I want to work there too."
Yeah. Oh,
I highly doubt that everyone's doing that there where they just walk in and they have theme music every time they published a book
well, right now.
in really cool outfits and I'm just
I
like,
wish.
that's not happening. But if it did happen, I would like to be in that publishing house and I would like to walk to the theme music.
I agree. I agree. And I wish this for you, even though I know.
It's not going to happen. I was like,
Well,
let's do
maybe.
open mics because at least then I could put some music behind the author's reading and
Yeah.
they could have theme music.
I love it. I love that. So you're making it real just as for a little,
Yeah,
what
just
you
a little
can
bit.
to make it real. Who knows? Maybe it'll grow and you'll get it. You'll make it
Yeah.
happen.
That's my goal. Make it happen, make it grow. Because I feel like indie authors need more of a platform. And
They
I feel
do.
like it's the underserved art. It's the art that's not as. And then there's always the people who don't believe you're a real published author
And
because you're
that's
an
just
indie author. And that's
yeah,
just not
that's just
true.
nuts. I hate that. Nope. And they don't even understand the amount of time and effort it puts to publish something on your own.
Yes.
It's
Even if you
that's
do Amazon, it takes hours.
yeah, it is a huge task. So I no. I totally love uplifting all indie authors. So,
Yeah. I was like,
yeah.
that's why I created the podcast. That's why I created my open mics. I'm like, no, we need the same types of platforms other artists get because we are artists too. And
Yeah.
we are real authors. We are not just playing around. We're not being an indie author because we could not get into a traditional publishing house. We're
Right.
being an indie author because we didn't want to deal with the rules and constrictions of a traditional publishing house.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, because I think that it's ridiculous to expect people to change their books or write something they aren't passionate about writing, which is what these
Yes.
places do,
All the
and
time.
the way the contracts work, and it's all just really scummy, and it doesn't make sense why
Standard.
that is the standard, and then other ways of doing it aren't. It just is nuts to me. So, no,
Yeah.
indie's the way
Yes, I love
until it's
indie.
until that's the standard, and then you
Yeah.
know
And until I started this
because I think
business,
it should be.
I didn't
Oh
even know
no,
there was a such
did we
thing as
freeze
an
again?
indie publishing house.
What? Sorry, you
I said
froze.
before I started this business, I had no clue there was a such thing as an indie publishing house.
Oh yeah, well there's a couple other ones, and or yeah, there's like a good like handful of indie publishers out there. So I'm not going to say that we're like the best, like
Uh,
I think we're the best, but not necessarily
of
for
course.
everyone. But yeah,
Yeah.
there are a
But I
couple and
think
it's
that's
really cool.
cool.
Yeah.
I think that's
No,
the
I think
coolest thing ever.
yeah, it's really cool. So, all right. Well,
All right,
I gotta,
let's start
I got
wrapping it
kids.
up. Thank you for being so patient through my technical
Oh,
issues and my
of course.
everything. That I appreciate it so much. And thank you for signing up. I was so excited. I
Yeah.
was like,
Anytime
"Yeah,
you
I get to."
need, let me know. I'll come back on.
And I will happily let you know when I am posting it.
Okay.
Um cuz I'm posting it to Spotify first and then it's going to go on YouTube and I
Okay.
will give you all the details on that.
Awesome. Thank you so
All right.
much.
And
Yay.
of course, before your episode comes out, I will definitely post that your episode is coming out on our Instagram and Facebook and all that so that
I
everybody else also knows.
Awesome. I will share like I do.
All right. And hopefully,
Okay.
I'll see you soon. We can get the girls together to hang out, maybe.
Yes.
And
Very.
definitely at the open mic because my daughter loves her assistant job.
Yes, and I'm bringing my daughter to that one. Well, I think my older daughter is bringing my younger daughter to it because
Okay.
it's her last day of school that day. So she's,
Ooh.
although maybe I could just have her skip it since it's the last day. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. But she wants to come really bad. So,
It'll be our birthday because we share the same birthday. So it's the day after our birthday. So it's kind of like, ooh, celebrate two different things at once.
yeah, perfect.
All right.
All
So
right.
thank you for coming on, and I'll talk to you soon.
Okay. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Thanks, Courtney. Bye.
Okay.